We will be studying components today. At the end of this video, we will render this web page. First of all, let us go and download some extensions that will be very helpful during the React.js development. The first one is Prettier. You just have to go and install it. The second extension I want you to install is the simple React snippets. We know that components are the multiple individual pieces of the UI. So, today we are going to see components. First, let us start our project. Going to index.js, you can see the app component. The app component is the parent component of all other components that we are going to render today. So now moving on to app.js. Let's just edit some code here and write down, hi, I am here along with learn React, and then hit Ctrl S. So as you can see, we got the output. Now I want to add an h1 tag saying hello world. So again we will do the same thing, hit Ctrl S, and we will get the instant output in our development server. We are using function based components here, not class based components, because they are much easier to use. Now what I want to do is, whatever is written inside the div tag here, I want to clear that all up. So now we will get a blank screen and we will start everything from scratch. So let's go ahead and write some h1 tags saying hello world and just hit Ctrl S. This is being styled by whatever code is written inside app.css. So let us go ahead and clear that also. So now you will see that it has no styling. Now let us add a p tag and write something like we are going to learn React.js from scratch. And then again we will hit Ctrl S, and as soon as we save it, it displays in the development server. Now we are going to delete some files that we are not going to use. So let's just delete them, and you can see I'm getting an error message. We are getting this error message because you can see that import statement about the logo. So just clear that up, and now we are back to from where we started. Now I'm going to create a file named header. Make sure the first letter must be always capital of your component. Then we will just write IMR and press enter to get this complete statement. So that is done using simple React snippets. Go ahead and write down function header and then write the return statement. And at the end we will write export default header. Each component name starts with a capital letter, and we will define the function same named as the component is named. Now I want to return an h1 tag here saying hello React.js. So now I will go ahead and import it into the app.js component because this is the parent component. So let's go ahead and write down header, and it is a self closing tag which displays the component. So header is the component. You can see I did not get any output because in my header.js file I did not write the return statement. So let's just go ahead and correct that. So I will just include the return statement and insert the semicolon there, and now we are getting the output. I have also imported header in the second line, as you can see in the app component. Next I want to add an h6 tag in my header.js file saying that today we are going to learn about components. So let's just write down the h6 tag. You can see I'm getting red lines all over my file because it is going to create an error. Let me just hit Ctrl S. So you can see that I'm getting a compiler error message because I need to wrap all of this code inside a div. So as soon as I wrap all this inside one div, the error is gone. I can also replace this div with React.Fragment. So we will mostly use React.Fragment and not div. You can use both. Now I want to just clear up that p tag in my app.js, and now we are going to create another file named content.js. So I want my main content, the paragraph tag, to be inside the content.js. So now creating the function uh, and the return statement, and at the end I will write export default content. So I haven't named the function, so I will go ahead and name that, and I will export the content. Inside the content.js, I will just include a p tag and write welcome to the React.js tutorial for beginners or something. You can write anything inside this p tag as per your wish. And then we will just hit Ctrl S, and we will also import it into our app.js. So self closing tag of the content, and in the header also I will have to import content from dot/content. So after pressing Ctrl S, you can see that my output appeared on the screen. Now let's go ahead and create another file named table.js. Again we will do the same thing. We will import React from React, create a function named table, and then we will return something inside it. Next we are going to export default table, and now we are going to create a small table inside this tag. Let's just say that I want to display the names of three colors. So I'll just write red, in the next one I will write blue, and in the third one I will write green. And then I will add this file into app.js. So I will write table and import table from dot/table, and I get my table in the screen. Now I want to get the exact web page as I showed you in the beginning of the video. So let's go ahead and write down some components in React.js and just change the tag from h6 to h3. Next I want to add some content into the content.js file. I'll just write something like today we will explore components in React.js and add some more code. So now you can see I have got my content. Now I will go to table.js, and I want to create a table saying serial number and the name of the components. So I'll just go ahead and name them table of components, content, and maybe I'll just say number 4 and list. So now when I hit Ctrl S, you can see I got the output. So that's all for today.